What's going on, everyone? Welcome back into some more Anno 1800 with our million population beauty building playthrough. So I have a little surprise for you guys. Sort of a surprise? I don't know what to call it. We're going to take a little bit of a break from Crown Falls for a few episodes. About 3 episodes, we're taking a break from Crown Falls. The reason being is because I have a big surprise in store for you all. As of the day of this recording, it is May the 8th. So on Saturday, May the 14th, so the Saturday coming up from today of the time of this recording, this video is going out on May 9th, so, upcoming Saturday, I will have a 12-hour charity stream over on Twitch. And on that stream, I have some big plans in store for this particular game right here. So I don't want to do anything with Crown Falls right now. I've got some stuff I want to work on with it on the stream. So we're going to take a break from that. If you're interested in seeing what's going to happen, be sure to come over to twitch.tv/Takarazuka on May the 14th. Or you can also join our Discord server. The links for all that stuff is down below. And you can get notified when I go live and all that kind of stuff. So you can check that out. So what are we going to do today then? Well, I want to build a sort of sustainable city. And by sustainable, I mean it kind of can take care of itself. It's not going to have any imports from Docklands. Well, obviously, you don't have to have imports from Docklands, but you know what I mean. We're not going to do any Docklands imports. I'm going to, as best I can, not bring much of anything over from other islands or regions or anything else like that. So we're coming down here to Monty. I don't know how to say that word. We're going to come down here to well, let's call it Monet. Okay, it's Monet. We're going to come down to Monet here. Now I have already built a simple little harbor right here. Well, simple, relatively. It's kind of an elaborate harbor, but I've built a little harbor area up right here, and I've went ahead and got all of the construction material stuff except for concrete. Concrete's the one thing. Going to have to figure out how I'm going to handle that. I would like to change one of these iron deposits over, possibly a coal deposit over, into whatchamacallit, reinforced concrete. But I might not do that. Reinforced concrete might be the one thing that I do bring over because I'm not going to need much of it, just a little bit of it for building. But I do want to get a somewhat sustainable city built over here that can relatively take care of itself. Now, to do that, I am doing a bunch of items. I am researching. I've got 7 items left over here that I'm researching. We'll go through all the items and stuff when I go to pick them up and talk about them all. But for the most part, this island is going to be able to handle its own business. I've got some building material. I am shipping over some just because, otherwise it would take literally forever. But I want to build a nice little city here. Up to investors. No skyscrapers on this island. I need a break from the skyscrapers. I need a major break from the skyscrapers. So we're going to build a little city here. All tiers will be on this island. Farmers up to investors. And what I would like to do is have maybe our investor enclave right here. Maybe put a World's Fair. Maybe put a World's Fair maybe like right here. We'll put a World's Fair. And just have, some investors around it. It's just in a nice little compact, and that and a local department in this little area. And have like an investor area. And then kind of fade out into artisans, workers, engineers, and then over here I want a small farming community. I don't want a lot of people on this island. It's just going to be a nice, simple little island, I think, and I think it would look really cool like that. We'll do part of this in real time. I'm going to do part of it in a time lapse, just, so it's not all the same stuff over and over again. So we're going to do a little bit of both. I know some people like the time lapses. Some people want to see me build stuff. That is not the direction you were. Some people want to see me build stuff live. So I'm going to try to do just a little bit of both here for everyone. Let's get some more clay going here, though. So another brick factory here. Grab another one right there. Okay, so that should be enough bricks for just a few. Now, obviously, this is some people are like, oh, you're cheating because you're using tons of in-game items and you already have everything you need. And yes, I know, I do. But at the same time, it's fun to do this. You can totally make a self-sustaining island early on if you want as well. I don't need all of that, actually. I need this stuff. You can make self-sustaining islands at basically any point. It does take just a little... I keep grabbing that. It does take a while, though. Self-sustaining islands are very slow, especially if you started out from the very beginning, because you're having to like basically save up cash and go to Eli and roll for items such as the costume designer, so you don't have to have cotton fabric from the New World. You also need very particular setups for resources. Now, I've modified this. Obviously, this is like a god tier setup right here. I have grapes, I have furs, I have red peppers, and I have grain. So I did modify the resources to make this work. But typically, you know, if you're trying to make a self-sustaining island, you're going to have a little bit of trouble with it because it's not going to be perfect. And honestly, I could even get rid of the fur abundance and change that to something else, maybe like potatoes or hops. I don't have any of those again at the moment. I used them all up, but I could do that. I am getting a Master Craftsman Frank. That way I don't have to have, instead of fur and cotton fabric, it's wool and iron ore. Don't ask me how a fur coat works with iron and wool. I don't know, but that's what it is. So we are using that. So actually, I don't even really need the fur coats now that I think about it. I don't even need the fur. I could change that out for maybe hops and get some beer in. So yeah, just some different ideas that I want to do. So let's stop talking about it all and let's actually get ourselves a city built here. I'm going to use, again, I'm going to do dirt roads at first for everything, just until I know exactly where I want everything to go. I'll put that there. That's a bit of an awkwardy spot right there, just because it is one tile shy. That's several tiles shy. Don't know exactly where everything's going to go yet. I haven't really thought this out beyond, hey, I want to do this. So it's gonna be a build it as we go kind of thing. Lots of building materials for this project. All right, we got a little bit left over, so you guys can come back. And I also do want town halls every so often, so we're going to get some town halls in here. I'm thinking, where do I have one at Crown Falls possibly at the moment that I want to look at? Unknown. I don't want unknown items. Town hall. Here we go. I don't see him, so it is an unknown item to me, at least on Crown Falls. For a lot of my workers, I'm going to use this guy right here, the patron. Patron merchants. Residences with pub need fulfilled are provided with sausages, bread, beer, and church. That is all. That is almost everything for the workers except for soap, work clothes, and fish. At least on like the basic needs, and then it gives them beer, which is really, really nice. So I'm going to be using this right here for quite a few. I might as well. Do I have him anywhere? I have one in Winchester. Let's just go ahead and add a few. Just go ahead and add a few of those in there. And by a few, I mean, you know, we're going to add a bunch of them. I need to double check this and see who's rioting again. So it's you guys again. So I have... I do not. Okay, let's just go ahead and get a police station in there. You know, and for this part of the city right here, I think I kind of want to do an old layout system that I used to do a long time ago. I haven't done it in quite a while, and I really enjoyed the way it looked, and I think I want to go back and do it. Some of you will probably know exactly what I'm about to do here. If you've been following me for a while. If you haven't, then this might be something like, what is he doing? Not gonna work right there. I have to try to make a nice square. Well, it doesn't have to be a perfect square, but, you know, I want to try to get it as close as possible. You know what? That'll work. Yeah, that'll do. Okay, that'll do. We'll move these two up. I'll move these right here around a little bit. Like that. Okay. That way I can do a few trees around the edges. This is not going to be a, like, you know, heavily, like a dense populate. Okay, why are you being so dumb? I hate when it does that. There we go. Want some trees. So, some little layouts like this right here, in these, like, squares with the farms in the middle, they look pretty cool. If you go and look at like some old pictures of cities from the 19th century, especially go check out New Amsterdam, which was obviously whatchamacallit. That city. New York. I forgot the word New York. New Yorkers, please don't hate me. I literally forgot the name of your city for a second. Go and look at New York in the late, right before it turned into New York, basically. The way they did the city was actually like near the heart. Like a large portion of the city did have these layouts like this, where there was like a main road, which I need to come up with where my main road is going to be. I'm thinking it's going to be right here. It's going to be a main area, the main road right there. Then we'll have a cross main road right here. Like that. Okay. Yeah. But yeah, they did, the farms and stuff were kind of laid out like this. There was squares of houses with farms in the middle. It looked kind of neat and everything. I saw that and I studied on that for a long time, and I was like, you know what? I really like this idea. And you know what? Now that I think about it, I am going to turn that fur, and we're going to do a major discovery and swap that fur over to that. But I want to move him up here. That way he's done next. I think I do want a potato farm. I love me some potato farms. Gonna go like that. Okay. Yeah, that little road right there is fine to end right there. Stuff like this right here. Now, again, kind of going back to how cities used to be laid out, they were very gridded, actually. The whole crazy road layouts of like everything being twisty, curvy, and everything like that, which is kind of like what people think about when they think of European cities. That really started, I think, in the medieval times. Before then, everything was actually fairly well gridded out. Whoops. Far. And I kind of do want to emulate some of that in this city here. We'll have some more farms up in there. Might do a little farm of some sort right there. He'll be okay here shortly. And I can also, and I don't have to always do farms up inside them. I can do things like, some factories. Some of you also know that I'm big on like factories hidden up inside squares of houses. It's stuff I really haven't done in a long time, and I kind of miss it. I kind of miss building like that because it's always really fun to do things a little different, a little more interesting sometimes. Because things can start looking very same after a while, and it's always fun to kind of mix stuff up. Okay, you'll still reach, so that's good. All right, so I'm going to do a quick cut here in the video, and I'm going to build this out a little bit more, get the rest of my items researched, and kind of get an idea of how we're going to come along with this city right here. Because this is going to be the focus of the next few episodes, is getting this city up and running and get it taken care of. Hopefully, within the next 3 episodes, fill the whole island in with a really, really interesting looking town. So I'll be back in just a second. All right, so we got a little bit going on here now. I have expanded out the city. We've gone ahead and got up to the worker tier now. Changed a few things around. Of course, I did. I love changing things around. Got a church in over here in this little square. I like this little square a bit more for a church instead of just some of those random factories. So we squeezed that in there. And I got a local department slapped down here for the time being. Just a temporary spot for it until I decide exactly where it's going to go up here. And I originally went for the Department of Labor to get some more production, but I decided instead to do the 30% reduced need for all foods. I think that's going to be a little more beneficial for us here on the island itself. Now let's take a look at some of the specialists I'm using for this. At the moment, I have an Archbishop Archibald in here. So he is providing schnapps, pub, and beer to everyone within the radius of this that has a church. And, of course, we got a church, so we're getting all of that for our workers and a couple of farmers in here that actually need to go away. Because I don't actually want them. Let me double check to make sure that didn't mess me up anywhere. No, it's perfectly fine. I've got some weird... Oh, what it's doing. There we go. Filter by goods. That's what I want to see. I was like, it's in a weird... It's weird looking. Okay, so yeah, we're all good there. Again, I'm going to get that patron merchants in there. Down here, with our slaughterhouse and our bakery, I've got an Elmer's electric oven, which is affecting both of those for some increased productivity. I've got a Marie Antoine, however you say that, for the bakery, giving me a little, the grapes and the chocolate. That's not much of anything. I'm not really worried about that. It's just that 50% productivity boost mostly. And then, of course, a baker, so I don't need a windmill, or what are those things actually called? A flour mill. I don't need a flour mill. I just need straight up grain. So that's pretty nice for those. This trade union up here, again, I've got that master craftsman Frank. Before the Research Institute was introduced into the game, he was a very, very difficult but very sought-after specialist. You cannot get him from Eli or anywhere else. All you can do is hope that you get him from either an expedition or a quest. Randomly, you get him as a quest reward sometimes. Very, very well sought-after specialist because he does eliminate cotton fabric and furs, and you just need wool and iron. I also have an optimized loom, and I have a Lady Jane Smith, the queen of haute couture. So she is over here making some ponchos and bombins, which I will send back to the New World for a little excess of that. And then the only other thing I've got going on is over here. I've got a Yvonne, the Yo Woman, increasing those potato farms and giving me some schnapps. I've got a Hervé Savon, Suppressor of Grime, just for the 50% productivity bonus, and the dynamite will be nice. I can take the dynamite and send that to another island to use maybe as an export or something. And then I have the Perfumer, Prunella, instead of tallow. We just need wood for the soap factory, so that's pretty nice right there. So yeah, going pretty well. Just very simple stuff. Obviously, a lot of this stuff is late game stuff, but that's kind of the fun of it. When you get to the late game, you can do things like this. You can do things like this early game, but it's a lot more challenging. And I might do that on another island and just try to create a self-sustaining island, without all the epic specialists. How are we doing on our research? Still got a few more things going. I'm trying to grab a few more of these archbishops. They are really nice for the workers. You pair that with this right here, It kind of has a bit of an overlap, but it does give you the schnapps at least if you want to cover the schnapps. I'll probably get rid of him and just use this, but they're not too bad together, even though there's some overlap. If you have them, might as well use them. Gives you some extra goods. So the last thing I want to do today is I do want to kind of go ahead and maybe work in over this way. This is going to kind of be an artisan enclave over here, like an art. I want to quickly transition from these workers. I'm done with the farms in this area. Over here in this spot and over here is going to be more farmland in these two spots. Right here, I do want to get into some a little artisan enclave right there. So I think it's going to be centered around a church and maybe a market that has the skins. I get this question all the time: is where am I getting the market skins from when I change these market skins? This is from the Vibrant Cities DLC pack. You can get all kinds of neat little all kinds of neat looking art skins and stuff for your markets. There are some farmer kind that are more farm related. They have grass around it, really look really nice. The ornate market right here, someone said it looked like a train station sort of, but there's an ornate market. There's the grand market, very very beautiful looking building. And then the holiday skin, which was originally part of the holiday pack, is now a baseline skin that you can change to as well over here. So it's pretty cool right here. You can change that there. For this one right here, I think we're gonna go with. I actually just may stick with just a default market. I think we'll just stick with the default market. We're gonna go like that right there. I want a nice entryway into the enclave here. Now, as for the actual layout of it, how do I want to approach this here? So that is exactly the right amount of space right there. Okay. How much space do I have here? This is not a good space. Gives me some excess space, which is okay. I can make this work. That. I'm going to come out here a few tiles. Like so. I'm going to do that right there. Even though I don't need those ones, I'm going to go ahead and make them. Come up here. Right there for a second. Ooh, chef. Those aren't bad, but that workforce increase kind of sucks on them. Do that. I have a little plan for that area. Not what I wanted to do. The epidemic left buildings abandoned. Oh, we got something that happened. Oh, it's this again. One of these days, I'm going to come over here and supply all these my awful thing. We're not going to look at it right now. Look at it. It's horrifying to look at. We're going to pretend it doesn't exist right now.
We're in the presence of a virtuoso.
Being weird. What? I don't remember him. Interesting. Not that amazing, but interesting nonetheless. Right there is giving me a bit of a fit. Okay, so I've got that in there. I am going to have a school over here as well for these people. We'll get a school in right here.
I'm delighted to introduce our new colleague.
Or actually, the school here. And surround it with some roads. Okay. I need to not forget stuff like this. I will forget this, and then everything will be burning to the ground, and I'll be bad. We will put a police station over on the outside edge. I'm not trying to mirror it on both sides. I'm trying to, just gotta make something a little interesting looking. Okay, we'll come along right there, and then this right here is just going to get backfilled with trees. Because I want a lot of green on this island. I want plenty of green around here. Pull you up there for a moment. Then right here we will go for some nicer little park-looking thing right there. Down the middle of the square. Or into the city square, rather. Because that's kind of what this is, a little city square. And I may end up actually removing this, the market, and put like a plaza in right there. The nurse. Okay. Okay, actually, what I already forgot that I wanted to get up here was a town hall. So, actually, maybe take these houses out and these roads. Already forgot the town hall, which is kind of an important part of what I want to do here. Move him. Okay, we a little redesign already here, but that'll be okay. May actually work out in my favor. Okay, yeah, because I'll get rid of him. You. Shh. Over to there. Trying to keep as many within the radius as I can. Okay, so that's most of them within the radius. I have a little space over there. I could have got a couple more. Right there. Okay. I don't have what I need at the moment for this one. That's okay. We'll get those here in just a few. Cool. Like a little artisan enclave up there. Now, as far as what's happening with these roads right here, I can do some of this. Clean that up some. Bring you down one. And actually, I might just leave him there now, since he's kind of in a spot that I kind of like. Ooh, I've got a sneak. Hold on, guys. Okay. Ooh, me. Yeah, I think I might actually leave it. I kind of like that right there. All right, so let's come in front of him right here, and let's make a little plaza right here in front of him. Nothing too super fancy, just something kind of simple. I don't want to go too wild with all of this up here. I do want to keep it kind of simple. Just some nice little trees for sitting down right there. And then I may just stick with just white plaza tile in front of it. Just, again, very simple, nothing crazy. Right now, let's just fill in with some trees just so I can kind of see how this is going to look.
Your city has grown more beautiful.
I'm delighted to introduce
I may leave all the trees around the edge of it, because that would look kind of nice. Now, for this down here where I left this blank, on purpose. Thinking. Actually, no, I've got something else I would like to do right here instead of these. Take these out. Hold on. Let's try this. I want to do those there. Then come over here to my seasonal ornaments. Yeah. Little floral gates. Yeah, something kind of fun like that. Just something, I don't know, just something different. All right, for the rest of this right here, thinking. Wondering if maybe that might be much. I need to lay some stuff out where I can make like a little city entrance with something like this right here. I wish I had a place where I could do that it would look good. I think that would look really cool. Have like a little city entrance with the little floral gates and stuff around it. I think that would look just super neat. What about doing market type stuff now? At least in a couple of spots. Couple little market things like that right there along the edge, and then on these parts right here, I'm just gonna put in some, or on the ends, I'm gonna put in some street lamps like that. Now I got this weird little 2x2 right here. Oh, you know what? Instead of that market, I think I'm gonna do this market hall instead of that one. Yeah, I think I'll do that. I think I'll do that. So for this part right here, a mural would be kind of fun. We don't have a lot of 1x2 decorations, you know. We don't have many. Like that's too much. That would be a fun little city entrance too, with this arch with the splendid gateway. That would be a fun little one. All right, you know what? I'm going to just take that piece of road right there out and just put a statue at the end right there. That'll be fine. There we go. Nice little entryway into this area. I need so much more timber. Hold on, guys. I'm gonna go grab just so much more timber. I'll be right back. All right, good deal. I've got this all upgraded into the artisans now, and they've got part of what they need. I'm gonna double check our consumptions right now. Everything's still looking pretty good. Schnapps is everything's down pretty well. Using these specialists and everything that provide goods is really, really nice. I am going to put an actor in up here to supply rum and canned food to these artisans right here. And I've started upgrading a few artisans down here around the church and along our main boulevard right here. Probably not going to do many. I'm going to leave a lot of these as workers. I might do like a smattering of artisans in here. Just, you know, just give a little bit different look to it all. But for the most part, this is going to remain workers. This edge over here is kind of temporary. As I work this way, I'm probably going to come over here and put some farms in over here. Maybe instead of a square farm, maybe just to fill in the edge with a different type of farm, with another grain farm or something on the edge right there. Over here, this is probably going to remain mostly blank. I might do a little snaky thing and snake a few farmer houses up in here, or workers. Maybe some, like, you know, little communities or something that are around a well or something, maybe. I don't know, something kind of fun up in there. I haven't decided totally how I want to handle that just yet. But our artisans are at least in and ready to go. We do need a little more wood as per usual. Grab another load of wood right here and bring that down. I might just set up a trade route and bring wood down here for a little while, because I only have one sawmill because I was just lazy. I just built the one just to kind of help bring a little bit in, because I could let this run for a bit and let it do its own thing. But yeah, so a little artisan enclave, a few workers left in the back right here that still need to get upgraded. Can't upgrade many because I have absolutely no timber right now. Got a load coming down though somewhere. Don't know where he's at. But other than that, I think that is it for today, and we will be back in the next episode, and I will probably come up here and start laying out the transition from this right here into more artisans and start transitioning and building our main portion of the city right in here with our artists, with our engineers and investors, and possibly a World's Fair. Even though I never use them anymore, I never use the World's Fair anymore. It is just such a cool building to have as a centerpiece. So I may toss a World's Fair up here at some point and get that built and going. So with that, guys, thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next episode. Until then, take care.